Oh.
Knight d4. Uh-huh. That's a nice shot. Look at this, eh?
Uh-huh. I was trying to make it work, but I couldn't even make it work for one move.
That is really something. Knight d4. How about that, eh? So now what? Knight takes, right?
Knight takes
Knight
knight.
f3 takes d4.
Then I
And
think
then
he would play rook c1,
rook c1.
rook d1, trade, and queen d4.
Yeah, and in this situation, he's got the black the white king on the run.
Mm-hmm. And the e2 bishop probably lost.
And on king c1, there is rook c7. And king b1, and then there is bishop g6 and mate. This is an
Oh wow,
incredible
you don't
mess.
even
And
want to
knight
take
takes
the
d4.
bishop. You just mate.
Knight takes d4 is not good.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot take the bishop. I get mated on d8.
Yeah.
But on king c1, there is rook c7 and black mates.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw the boring queen c5 and then taking on e2.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But this was
Okay, that's good.
impressive violence. All
So
right, so
no,
knight
it's knight
d4.
d4. King
King d1.
d1.
This game's heating up.
Queen c6, of course.
All right, threatening checkmate on c1. So, rook takes
Which
d4
is
defends it, but allows
queen
queen
c2
c2,
e2. Yeah.
and then
I don't
queen
see any
e2,
defense.
which is
I
equally
think
bad.
knight d4 just won the game. That tells you a lot about my intuition. As I said, that white was taking over the game.
Right.
Knight d4 came out of nowhere to probably to win for black.
Knight d4 was pretty awesome. And one of the points of knight d4, which wasn't even seen, is I think that if black took on f6, if white took on
Rook
f6,
c1.
he would play rook
Rook
c1,
c1.
rook d1, rook e2, king
And rook
f1,
takes d1.
and rook takes d1. This is a very important point.
So for that,
So
it wasn't even important that the black queen was defended. You can, I mean, the queen was, well, was taboo anyway.
by the way, look how many pieces he has hanging, and he's playing like this with 20 seconds on the clock.
Well, everything's hanging and he just won the game. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
don't see
a
a
that's a
single
game of the week
move for it.
candidate right there.
Yeah,